Welcome to the Hamsi Analytics Daily Market Commentary. I'm Paulo Navarro. Today is Thursday, March 15, 2012. Today's economic data, initial claims came better than expected at 351,000 and we're expecting 360,000. PPI came at 0.4% and we're expecting 0.5%. The S&P 500 futures saw a high of the day of 1397.5 and a low of the day of 1384.5. We closed at 1396. Today's volume was 1.9 million contracts, a little higher than the 20-day moving average. For the Nasdaq future, we saw a high of the day of 2717.5 and a low of the day of 2697. We closed at 2711.75. The volume was 300,000 contracts. For the market internals, the New York Stock Exchange Advanced Decline Differential closed at 318. The Nasdaq Advanced Decline Differential closed at 667. There were 43 new 52-week highs for the S&P 500 and only one new 52-week low for the S&P 500. For the volatility, the VIX spot closed at 15.42. There were 310,000 contracts traded and a total premium of 420,000. For March, the dollar-weighted put-call ratio closed at 2.19, which is bullish, but again, there was only 14% of the total premiums paid. For April, it closed at 0.46 and it had 50% of the total premiums paid. For May, it closed at 0.44 and it had 17% of the total premiums paid. So most of the months were bearish, which was below 0.8, only for March, but March is expiring next week and it only had 14% of the total premiums paid. Okay, here we have the daily chart for the ES. So you can see here we're on the positive 2, positive 3 sigma channel. We're closing near the highs, which is very positive. And you can see here the CI continues to be sloping upwards. As you can see here on the CI diff, which is positive. We're red, but again it's sloping upwards, so it's good for the market. On the intraday charts, as you can see here, we opened around here. We went lower a little bit before the open, and as we started, we just went higher and higher, making new highs throughout the day. They were the highs of the year. We could not get to 1400 still, so that's probably gonna be the target. It's only like 3 handles away, 4 handles away. So 1400 right now are the numbers we're looking at on the upside. It's not very far, it's very close actually, but it's gonna act as a magnet right now. Okay, here we have the daily chart for gold futures. You can see it was higher almost 1% today after yesterday's big sell-off. On the upside, we're probably going to test the 1685 level, which is the 200-day moving average. But if not, we're going to 1600, to the trend line we've drawn on the weekly chart on the other webcasts. So look out at those two levels right now. 1685 on the upside and 1600 on the downside. Those are the two levels to watch on gold. Okay, we have the silver futures. This is a daily chart. As you can see here above the area we're at now, there are a lot of levels to watch. Hard to get above those levels right now. Silver has been selling off with gold. As you can see below this line, we're probably gonna, the 31 level, we're probably gonna go to high 20s, 28, 29. So right now, silver is hard to trade on the upside because all of this resistance it has, and it's below most of them, if not all. So I'll be very careful with silver right now. Okay, here we have the CL chart. This is a daily one. As you can see here, crude sold off in the morning hard, but then we were able to come back. We didn't end positive, but at least it wasn't as bad. It was more like a doji here. Still some pressure here on gold. Interesting that we couldn't close below the trend line withdrawn, so we're still keeping an eye on the 104.30 level, which has been resistance a couple of times. We did broke it, but we could not close up below it, so It's gonna be interesting to watch what goes on with oil right now. For the VIX daily chart, we could saw here 2 days ago we touched the negative 3 sigma channel. Then we bounced back a little. We were edging a little higher, not much. Today we were like almost a percent higher. Not a big move on the VIX, but also we're down for the week again. So still very low levels here in the VIX.